By perfection, I mean you're going to school and being a student, that you have to give it your best, and that means perfection. Even though you can't achieve it, but to you, you can achieve a certain kind of perfection to your standard.
So in your mind, like to you, if you're going to school, that means that you can better yourself
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. That's
So
like the point of school for me. Like, if you go to an institution that can teach you many things, it's for you like get more knowledge and, like you said, better yourself overall.
okay. You said dedication as well. What does dedication mean?
Uh, Dedication, I like to put it as, you're going to school, right? So you choose your profession as well. So you have to be dedicated to choose a profession. So you choose what you like to do, and you stick with it. That's real important, when you're going to make it into that profession that you choose. So you got to put in those hours, some 10,000 hours. So that really takes your dedication.
Okay. Like entrepreneurship. You said entrepreneurship. Why would you say entrepreneurship when you think about education?
Oh, because like there's many forms of knowledge that you need for entrepreneurship. You know, a lot of people say they don't need it, but it's real helpful. Like reading, writing, you know, putting a plan together. You can learn it outside of school, but it really takes a lot. It's rare that you see people do it to
Yeah.
an extent.
How do you see that relating to the business side? How do you see education relating to your business kind of side of your life?
Business related to my side of school.
Yeah.
Well, I could say that school is a big factor for your education.
That's. I'm sorry. And then you put discipline as
Yeah,
well.
discipline.
How what does that mean to you in terms of quality of education?
Well, you have to be disciplined. You're a student. When you go work at a job somewhere, you can miss a few days and not get fired, or you get in trouble or whatever. But if you have a background in school you go to school every day, because you're paying for it, so you don't want to miss. So you built that discipline. You have to be there every day, and it goes to the work area. So whenever you get your profession that you want to work at, you're gonna have that discipline already, without you knowing it, or if you do know that you have it. You know.
Okay. Do you feel that you have to be disciplined to to finish school, to go to school?
Yeah, you have to be disciplined, to just finish anything.
Do you think going to school will improve your level of discipline, like from where you started? Do you think you'd be more disciplined after you finish school?
Yeah, definitely. You have a different perspective from people that don't finish school or like high school and stuff like that. For example, you see them differently. I'm seeing like not in a way where they're like they won't work stuff like that, but they don't have the same discipline. Like let's say you're drop out of school and become a welder, and you do a good job. You go every day to school, but let's say your boss is like, "Well, you're doing a good job. Just put you inside the office and do this kind of work." That's where your head turns a little bit because you're like, man, I wish I'd have paid more attention in school and, learn how to do this, spreadsheets and shit, or, I mean, stuff.
Um, do you think school's absolutely necessary to get to where you want to go?
No, absolutely not. It's what you choose at the end, but it's important to have it, you know. I see it as a great key to get in where you want to go, a big stepping stone. You want to put it that way.
Okay. Um, dedication, or I'm sorry. Do you have any thoughts on like the expense involved, the capital that you need to get before you go to school?
Yeah, definitely school can be an expensive, privilege. It just depends. Like me, my personal and my way of growing up, like school, it's like you gotta work, to pay for your own school. It's like my parents will support me here and there, a few semesters, but to finish, and that's just like probably a community college or like, can't expect something great, you know. So you have to really want it, you know. The expense is high, so you got to work even harder. You know, everybody talks about being in debt after school. So couldn't really tell you much about that, but yeah, it's an expense, privilege.
What do you think about the overall quality of education? Like, how do you think, like, you're gonna be after you say you graduate from like an American school like UNT?
If I graduate from UNT, I think I'd be different. Like I just see things a lot different than I do now because of like people I've met, like John Holbert. You know, great person. You know, sometimes can be mean, but just overall, like just people you can meet there. Going to the school was just an amazing experience, and not just that, like all this learning, you know, you can do. So,
Um, what do you think about the kind of jobs that you can get after you graduate?
well, after you graduate, I think that's just on you, on that person, because I've known people that I work with who have like a master's in business and are working like in a warehouse job. You know, that's all up to that person, so I can't really say, but it was on me. All I have to say is like I have to do a lot of outside of the box thinking, because man, these jobs are like limited, I could say, you know. So it's like a lot critical thinking, you know, outside of the box, like trying to get that job or
Yeah.
land the job that you didn't think that you graduated from, but use your experience from school, your knowledge.
What factors would motivate you to go to school outside of the like personal discipline area?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, do you think you could
Give me an
like make more
example.
money? Do you think your quality of life would be better? Do you think you'd be smarter for it? Like anything like that?
If I have to go to school, my motivation be like, it's just be knowledge, just to get, you know, more, more intelligent, you
Is
know.
there any areas of school that you think are like better subjects to study than others?
Yeah, I think like math, algebra, physics, all the science stuff. I think I always thought that was real cool because you get all the tools like you need to like do experiments and work hands on. You know, that would be real neat because you don't do that outside of school. Like, hey, I'm gonna just build this or do that
Does student debt ever come across your mind?
all the time.
What do you think about when you think about student debt?
Being broke, just being poor all the time.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
I have. I'm sorry. Oh no 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 no! Go back! Go back to the papers that I have. What do you think? What do you think about the particular school that you go to? Like, is there a certain school that you would rather go to over another one?
Yeah, I would.
What school would you rather would you prefer to go to? And why?
Texas A&M
Why?
because that's where my first mentor went.
Okay.
I would just like to follow her experience.
You're impressed with the alum from Texas A&M?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a particular school that you would like to avoid attending?
UNT.
Is there a particular reason why?
I'm just kidding. No, it'd be probably anything. Probably say OU, Oklahoma University.
Okay. Why?
I mean, it's just that rivalry thing that
Okay.
Oklahoma.
School spirit then.
Yeah, it's just that.
Okay.
Anything that's school.
Does travel time have a factor into any of your decisions in terms of like looking at school?
Yeah, that's why I would like UNT because it's just down the street from my house. That's why I would like UNT, because it's just down the street from my house.
What kind of major field of study do you think you would pursue if given the opportunity to go to school? Like if money were no object, what would you study?
It's a tough one. There's a lot of things I like to do, but if I have to pick from the bottom of my heart, it probably just have to be history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like why history?
I just love everything from what's been written, 100-Year War, Alexander the Great, Rome, all that stuff just fascinates me.
Yeah.
Government.
Do you know anything about like graduation rate? If you were to attend school, do you think that you would be able to finish and be able to graduate? Do you have that high opinion of being able to finish?
I mean, with the right support, I could. Just right now, I don't see myself anywhere around school.
Do you think there's anything that the education system could do to increase your chances to graduate?
Yeah, that could just help me with tutoring.
Oh, with tutoring.
And I guess everything else, make friends in campus, stuff like that.
Have you ever had a professor that you thought was a really good professor?
Yeah. Because she was nice.
Yeah. That motivate you towards. Have you ever had a better
professor?
Yeah,
she was the type of person that was always on my ass about something she didn't need to be. And I was like, "What's your problem?" But she was like, "I see potential in you. You're a great kid." And that just made me want to, all right, go look at myself in the mirror and be like, I gotta wake up and, and start doing something productive.
Have you ever had an instructor that was bad, left a negative impression on you?
Yeah, it's like cancer sometimes. You just want to get out of that classroom because they can't explain to you things. They can't do things right. Explain to you in a certain way. But I noticed that what he does works for others, but it doesn't work for me, And I tend to hate them for that, even though I shouldn't.
What do you think about being able to transfer from school to school? Like if you were at NCTC and you decided to transfer to
UNT?
Yeah. Do you have any opinion on the ease of that situation?
I have no opinion on that.
Okay.
I mean, it would be fun because I wouldn't have to make that long drive.
Yeah.
Through all that construction.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I think that's kind of lumped in with transportation, location costs.
Yes, sir.
Whether or not there's a large roadblock in the way, whether or not you can get to school. I think that's a good point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Omar. I'm running out of questions to ask you.
Keep them coming.
I keep seeing accreditation.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, accreditation means or accreditation. I don't know how to say it.
Accreditation.
Yeah. Are you sure? Or are
Yes,
you
sir.
just saying that?
No, it's correct.
Oh. So, sorry. This is the last question, and then we'll wrap this up. Accreditation is or accreditation, whatever, is the school is held in a higher regard.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're gonna go to a non-accredited school, then you're probably not gonna be able to get a job with it because it has been there's like a board.
There's no higher standard for it, or
exactly.
high regard for it.
Right, it's like being rated by the Better Business Bureau. Like it's
That's
looking for a
exactly.
difference between a triple plus rating and they don't know.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, no, I think a triple A or triple plus rating.
Oh no, yeah, well that's right. But like if you went to one of those schools that didn't have that,
Yeah,
that would suck.
but yeah. All right. Well, that would suck if you went to a school that didn't have that. So that's a good answer. I'm going to shut this down. Thank you, Omar Sandoval, Would you state your name and how far you've gotten in your college career for everybody to know?
Yeah, my name is Omar Sandoval. I'm a junior at NCTC, and that's as far as I got.
A junior?
Yeah.
You sure? You know, NCTC is normally freshman and sophomore.
I meant sophomore.
Oh.
Sophomore is the second year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. I didn't even know that, but yeah, sophomore.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Omar.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, so that's 16 something. Here. I'm going to. No.